Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at a scenario where Austria-Hungary came back in 2023. So I'm bringing back all the empires of the past. If you have any suggestions, preferably like more common ones, more like well-known ones, but eventually I'm going to try and get to all of them. It just might take longer if it's lesser known, especially if I haven't heard of it because then I'll have to do research, blah blah blah. But here we do have the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and it is back in 2023. So one goal here is going to be to expand. If I had to guess, this looks like the second most largest country in Europe and a major power. It's rivaling France, if I had to guess. Although it has some land in the Balkans, some in Ukraine, some of southern Poland, they can definitely expand and make themselves stronger if they ever want to have a chance of rivaling with Russia and the United States. That's besides the point though, and that is that this is a major global power, especially over here in Europe, with a lot of influence. Let's go and begin, as they're going to be expanding, and that is going to be into Montenegro, who, honestly, would they even try and fight Austria-Hungary? Probably not. And another thing I should say is that this would never happen in real life. Back, World War I times, World War I times, Austria-Hungary was a barely alive country. They have very many ethnicities in them. They have the Czechs and the Slovaks, the Serbs and the Romanians, the Ukrainians and the Polish. They have the Croats and just so many ethnicities. This could never hold on more than 2 days before they saw a rebellion. So I'm going to have to give them all of the advantages that I can, just to make it so that these people don't rise up, and so that they are actually, that they're fine with the Austro-Hungarians, because once again, in real life, this would capitulate quickly. It has no stability at all. With that though, let's continue as they declare war on Serbia. And this is once again not going to go great for the Serbs. They've already lost a lot of important land, and now they're just gone completely. So yeah, this new Austro-Hungarian Empire is already expanding quite a bit and showing their influence on the European continent. Where they go next? Well, they might go for Romania. They might go more down here into the Balkans. But honestly, what Austria-Hungary needs is an alliance. So they make a bit of a pact with a few countries, one of those being Turkey. Turkey joins, of course, Germany, their historical ally, and Spain. Kind of random countries, but we're going to twist global politics a bit to make this new alliance between these four European powers. With this, they can now even rival Russia with influence in Europe, and that is only going to expand as Turkey and Austria-Hungary make some joint operations here in the Balkans, and basically just say that the Balkans are theirs. So yeah, Balkans versus all these countries. Well, Albania, North Macedonia, and Kosovo can't even, they're gonna do nothing. Romania's lost some land already, and Turkey's beginning to push out, meeting up with them, capturing Bulgaria. Bucharest is captured and Romania falls, and soon enough, landings on Greek islands make a landing in Athens, capture the city, and Greece falls as well. With that, Turkey invades Cyprus, and now the Balkans are theirs. So yeah, I made that kind of quick, but I don't want to go over a war like this too much, as, well, we all know what would happen in the end. It's Austro-Hungarian victory. As for the Balkans, well, they're split between Austria-Hungary and the new Ottoman Empire. Now, with so much influence in the Balkans, once again, these people would rebel. There's no way the Greeks would let the Turks take them over and control them. There's no way all these Serbs and all these other, Croats, Bosnia, there's no way that they would allow this to happen. I'm going to have to twist a few things, change a few things, to allow this empire to even exist without completely collapsing. Just gotta mention that a few times, because I know somebody's gonna go tell me, yeah, no, this would never hold up, this would capitulate. I know, this is an unrealistic scenario. Okay, so first things first, Austria-Hungary, very powerful now, a lot of influence in the Balkans. And Turkey as well. Turkey growing strong. That's besides the point, as Austria-Hungary is going to go ahead and annex Moldova here. And from there, they're going to do another joint operation, this time with Germany, and that is going to be to invade Poland. It's going to go pretty well for them, as both of these European powers are just going to begin to flood troops in. Austria-Hungary is very close to Warsaw, Krakow, and Germany can push down the coast. And once all three of those targets are captured, Poland capitulates. Yeah, not looking so great for you, huh, Poland? Not looking so great. Well, they're going to be split into two between the Germans and the Austro-Hungarians. The Germans and the Austro-Hungarians. Yep. See, Austria-Hungary here is just going to every single one of their borders and taking it. This is already probably number 2 power in Europe, undoubtedly, ahead of France. From there, they're going to make a few deals, and those deals involve a lot of money. Money that they use together with their ally, Germany. They split Kaliningrad. Austria-Hungary takes a bit of Belarus and a bit of northern Ukraine. At this point, all of this land in multiple buys has already costed them tens of hundreds, maybe even hundreds of billions of dollars. Actually, probably not that much, but a lot of money. So the economies are suffering from this, but their land's growing. They're just expanding greatly. And eventually this is going to be seen as a major land grab that is going to be great for their influence. From there, though, they are not happy, as their global influence is growing, yes, so European influence is massive, yes, but they kind of wanted more land from Ukraine, and Ukraine basically just told them no. So now they're going to go to war with Ukraine. So yeah, Ukraine, you've already gone to war with Russia, so that's going to kick off again, who's also going to annex Belarus and take over the Baltic states, as Russia is going to be Austria-Hungary's main enemy here. Because why wouldn't they be? Austria-Hungary needs a rival, and that rival is going to be Russia here. So yeah, Russia expanding greatly. As much as Austria-Hungary, probably not, but still very much. With that, both of these absolutely just superpowers start to flood troops in. And Ukraine, in real life, you stand a chance. You stand a chance. Here, not so much, huh? Well, Austria-Hungary is going to begin to flood into southern Ukraine, capturing Odessa. Meanwhile, Russia's going to flood into Crimea and begin to push into Donetsk and Luhansk. They're also going to begin to push into northern Ukraine, while Austria-Hungary begins to flood troops in from Poland, where they had a lot of divisions. This is already just, yeah, it's not looking great. Kiev is captured, Ukraine has come to 2, 1/2 of that is captured, and Ukraine surrenders. Whew, there we go. Well, that war just happened, and it was a massive one, as both Russia and Austria-Hungary are going to grow heavily from that war. And we now see Ukraine being split in 2. Let's go ahead and color in these new borders, and let's go ahead and give Russia a different color. As they're the rivals, they're not at war. And honestly, I don't think Austria-Hungary would want war with Russia here. Russia is keeping themselves as an influential global power, and Austria-Hungary, although being also a very influential global superpower at this point, maybe not, but power definitely. Well, they don't want war just yet, and they're going to go ahead and make their final war, as once again, war with Russia would be too costly and just not worth it for Austria-Hungary. That final war is, of course, going to be war against Italy. So yeah, once again, just attempting to increase their influence. What they didn't see happening here is this, together with this and this. See, a massive Western European alliance was just activated. Also, Portugal's in it. That's gonna be difficult for them to beat, although I still think they are gonna win. German troops begin to flood into the Benelux and start to push down to France slightly. From there, Austrian and Hungarian troops begin to flood into Italy, cutting them off from France and beginning to push down the coast. And Spanish troops begin to flood into northern Portugal and into southern France. So yeah, the red team here, they're pushing, they're taking what they want to take. They're taking what they want to take good, as Austria-Hungary is now by the Alps, holding them down. Rome just fell, and surprising everyone, Austria-Hungary makes one of the most powerful global empires, well, one of the most powerful militaries in the world, rivaling that of China. This is rivaling China. And now they're beginning to push into France, meeting up with Spain. They also captured Corsica and Sardinia. Meanwhile, the Germans are beginning to push back into northern France and Alsace-Lorraine. Where are they going to go from here? Well, they actually decide to just avoid Switzerland, as it's a difficult place to go if you want to fight. They may be neutral, but they're powerful, and although they could probably win, it would cause so many casualties, and that would be like years of fighting just in the Swiss Alps. Well, France has already fallen, and now all that's left is the UK. Oh, and Portugal. Well, Portugal's gone. All that's left is the United Kingdom. What are they gonna do, okay? I mean, the red team here, the UK has, like, I have to say this in all my videos, because the UK has an incredibly powerful navy. Their navy is just absolutely incredible. It can beat almost anyone. But this is a majority of the Europeans against them. This is, like, German navy alone could not beat them. Austro-Hungarian navy alone could not beat them. Spanish, Turkish could not beat them. But all four of these countries together managed to make a landing in Cornwall. Once they have their landing, though, far superior Austro-Hungarian troops begin to flood up into the UK, capturing London and a majority of England. From there, they capture Wales, and all that's left is Scotland that just breaks off into rebellion. Same thing with Northern Ireland. So yeah, that just happened. The fall of the UK is always very slow to get there, but then once you start landing troops there, they're gone. They're gone. Well, let's go ahead and look at these new borders, and we can see what the world looks like. Let's start off with Spain, who's going to annex all of Portugal, and a good amount of southern France. So yeah, Spanish Empire here, very nice. Also Turkish Empire, also very nice. So yeah, these are just their allies who are getting themselves their own decently powerful empires just from being their ally. Same thing with Germany, very nice. So yeah, France here, France. Well, there's gonna be a new southern state proclaimed. In real life, it only had like this much land, but here they're going to be expanding a bit. Of course, right when I'm making this video, I knew the name before it, and now I don't because I forgot it, but there was a country there, and it's also going to get Corsica. Sardinia stays with Italy, but maybe there might be a new Italian republic here in the south soon enough. Possibly not, depends. But this all is a new puppet, so some things are going to happen differently than they would if it was not. As for the UK, well, they have the usual punishment since they're far away from the homeland. Usually they're just broken up into Wales, Scotland, and, well, no, Northern Ireland is just going to go to Ireland. Honestly, I don't see why it would not. So yeah, now with the UK just being broken apart completely. I mean, England is weakened, but overall Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland have nothing on England. So they'll be fine. They'll survive. They will survive. As for France, well, they're just a bit weaker now. Italy, well, they're a complete puppet now. this new country that once again I forgot the name of, but it was there in history and I've expanded it a bit. Yeah, that's there now. They're also gonna go ahead and annex Monaco because why not? This all goes to Spain. Let's go ahead and give Spain their land. Well, they're not just Iberia with a bit of extra land in France. And yes, I know this one makes sense because mountains. But guess what Spain says to mountains? They say land. And land wins over the mountains. For this scenario, at least. As for Germany, well, German economy is booming after taking over all of the Benelux region. That is an incredibly rich area, incredibly well developed. German economy just absolutely destroying everyone else. Passing up Japan by this point. As for Austria-Hungary, their economy is doing decently well as well. They've taken a lot of northern Italy, which is very good for their economy. Although over here in the Balkans and in Eastern Europe, it's a bit worse than over here in the Benelux, which is rich. So yeah, I'm pretty sure those are all the borders. So here we have Austria-Hungary's alliance, which is rivaling that of the country of Russia. And if we go ahead and color that out, we can go ahead and see Austria-Hungary on its own. So yeah, Spain here as well. Spain is now just Iberia with a bunch of extra land. Although, of course, I mean, pretty obviously, this is what if Austria-Hungary came back. Austria-Hungary was the one who gained the most land. As they now have influence over almost the entirety of the Balkan region. And just, I mean, look at this. If you want to know how they started, here, let me show you about how it started. It started something like this. Yeah, something like that. It's a bit too far left, this. They have nearly doubled their size and doubled their influence. But that's besides the point. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me any suggestions for any videos you want to see. Hopefully I can do them all, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.